Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I am back to work on my DIY December daily. This is the journal that I made. If you would like to see how I made this cover, I will link to the video in the iCard up above. And also in the last video, we worked on pages or a page. And so I made this pocket page with a photo mat that slides into it like this. We also created this template that we can use to make additional photo pages. After I finished recording that video and I was working on my pages, I somewhat changed my mind. If you remember, I was waffling back and forth about whether to use cream paper or the white cardstock. I went ahead and made some pockets with the photo mats with the heavier paper. My initial concern with using the heavier paper is bulk, but I have the rings, so I can make this as bulky as I want it to be. There's no limitation, and these are actually the smaller of the rings that I have, I believe. So I have rings that are actually larger than this. So if it gets too much for these rings, I can just switch the rings. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. And I already have the photo mats in them, I believe, yes. So I've already cut those, and I made these exactly the same way that I made this one. So, and I'm just gonna slide these back in here for now. And I had already cut several of these, but I will use these in another journal. Maybe I'll make one coming up in the future for whatever purpose. Okay, so anywho, so I made those pages. So that's 10 days of pages, and even more if you count the photo mats as pages themselves or as days themselves. Then I also cut some just plain 5x7 sheets, cut a few of those. I cut a few more watercolor pages, so that's what these are, watercolor paper. And then, oh, here's some more, even more. So I'm sure I have more pages than I need, but I just want to make sure I have enough. And then these I made. If you want me to show you how I made these, I will. But these are just simple pages. I cut it 5 by 10, I believe. And then I folded it at 7 inches and just added some glue on the side. So it has a pocket on this side right here. And then it's plain on the back. So I did a couple of those. Again, pocket, plain on the back. The thing with this paper though, I did have to, because it's so thick, I did have to like place something on it for the glue to hold. So anywho, and then I made just these fold over pages. I don't remember how big I cut these. Let's see. I did them 9 by 7. So I cut it 9 by 7, and then I folded at 5 inches, or scored and folded at 5 inches. Yeah. So I did the reverse on this one, and I did my score at 4 inches on this side, and then folded it over. So these two pages could go together and be like this, and then open out like that. Okay. So I've been really thinking about this thing a lot. I don't know why it's in my head constantly. So then I have printed on just regular cardstock. I think this is the 110-pound cardstock from Walmart, Pen and Gear cardstock. It's not quite the same color, but that can't be helped. This paper is too thick for my printer, and yeah, so I had to choose another paper. So I have several pages of this. So what I decided is, instead of me doing multiple plan with me's and then trying to keep up with the December daily, why not put my plan with me in my December daily for the month of December and treat this somewhat as a one book December. So if you've heard of one book July, where you do all of your planning, you minimize everything down to one notebook or one planner or whatever you choose to use. You kind of go back to basics with one book July. So again, I decided I don't want to have to do duplicate memory keeping if that makes any sense. So why not put my planner spread in my December daily? So that's what I'm going to do. So all of that to say that I printed this dot grid paper on the Pen and Gear cardstock from Walmart, and I'm going to cut this down to 5x7 pages. And I know I don't need all of these sheets, but it's on cardstock, and I may use dot grid for something else, and I did print the dot grid double-sided. And then I wanted a December calendar. I'm not sure that I'm going to use this because this is actually a B6 Traveler's Notebook insert, so it does not have room in the center. I reduced it down 90% and took the cut marks off, but it does not have room in the center. If I wanted to cut this in half and punch it, there's no margin space, but I could make it a fold out, and I don't really need these lines, so I could trim those off and use it that way. So let's start with the monthly calendar. So what I'm thinking is I'll punch my holes on this side and let this fold over. So I'm just going to trim a 1/2 inch off this side. I want to leave quite a bit of margin at the top and maybe not so much at the bottom. Maybe just enough to run some washi tape down there. It needs to be down to 7 though. So maybe I'm going to cut this at like 7.5. That's not enough for washi tape. 7 3/4. Let's start there. I can always take off more. So I'm going to trim that off. And then this needs to be at 7. It's getting rid of quite a bit. I'm going to take another 1/4 inch off the bottom, I think, because I still want to leave a little bit more at the top. And I hope I mentioned this. I did reduce this down 90%. It probably could work at 100%, but I wanted to leave myself some extra margin space. So let's cut this off. Okay, so that should give us our 7 inches, and then I want this to fold over. So let's go ahead and score it. Now I'm going to have to kind of eyeball the center because I reduced it and I took off my cut marks. No, let's see. Like right there. So let's see. That's a little off. And I scored on the wrong side. So let's flip it over and do that again. Okay. So, and let's burnish that fold since this is cardstock. And how wide is this? I didn't even take that into consideration. Oh, it's a little less than 5. Ooh. So I might need to open it this way. Make this 5 from the fold. Bear with me, I'm trying to figure this out. So you make this 5, and then I'm going to trim this down to 4.5 over here. And that should make our page, and that should make the page work the way that I want it to work. We'll see. So I'm going to trim that off, and then trim off at that tick mark. So instead of opening this, I wanted to get rid of the lines, but I can cover that. So now this will be punched on this side and open like this. And I can put something on the cover of this. We can decorate the cover. So this would be at the beginning of the notebook or journal. So this page would be the first page. I think I'm just going to end up having all different colors of paper in here. I'm going to stop being stuck on the colors of the papers. So, okay, that's done. So now I need to go ahead and trim these up and get started with these. So let's see. I think it's easier to cut the height first. So I'm going to cut them at 7 inches. And I'm cutting 2 sheets at a time with this paper trimmer. And then 5 inches. And I can get 2 per page. Okay. So there's those 2. And I had considered actually using some weekly inserts, but I know I've had requests to do from scratch spreads, and I think this is the perfect time of year to do from scratch spreads. So that's what I am going to do. So today is the 30th that I'm recording this. The first day of this is tomorrow. So maybe I should go ahead and do a spread. Even though I haven't started punching holes and putting these in yet. But this is kind of what it's going to look like. This getting kind of bulky. I might have to change the rings sooner than I thought. Okay, so this is what we're going to start our first spread with. And in addition to doing this as December daily, I'm also going to use these for the Scrapcraftastic Weekly Planner Challenge for the month of December as well. So the prompt for this week is shop till you drop. And that's because this week kind of carries over from Black Friday, even though Black Friday was last week, but Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, all of that. Plus, you know, it's like the beginning of Christmas shopping if you're doing Christmas shopping. So I recently received some new stickers, sticker flakes from Fabulously Creative. And here they are. I just unboxed them on Instagram. But so I received all of these sticker flakes. This was 2 doll kits. And then the new sticker pad with 16 sheets. It's called Make It Merry. Again, the website is thefabulouslycreative.com. And my code percentage has been increased. So if you use RACHFAB, that's RACH Fab, you'll receive 20% off your order. So I thought I would use some stickers from here. And since it's kind of shop till you drop, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as that. I thought that she would work because, or her, because you're shopping for Christmas gifts. I don't know. Does that work? Or is that a reach? And I do specifically remember a shopping doll from the Paper Studio. So I don't know. I need to find a way to store my sticker flakes too. Okay, let me see about the doll from the Paper Studio. Okay, so remember this book from back in the day? This is from the Paper Studio. And it was called The Girls, I think, or Girls. And so she is the one I was thinking of with the shop till you drop. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use her. I actually think I'm going to use this girl from Fabulously Creative. And I'll use the shopping bags from here and call it good. Let's go ahead and mark off our spacing. Remember, our ruler is 1.5 inches wide. We need to leave room for the holes. So let me go ahead and mark this off. Okay, so this is what we're working with. By the way, I have this set of die cuts that you can download for free over on Patreon. It is available to the public for a limited time. So if you want to grab it, it's available over on patreon.com/Scrapcraftastic. You got some tabs here. So this is a tab. This is a tab. You got 2020, then you got 20, and then you can use the 20 written out. You've got December. And these Decembers are actually hand lettered. I had them hand lettered for me. And then you've got numbers. And then you can make, you know, any combination of numbers. Again, this is primarily intended to use with a digital die cutting machine. So if you don't have one, there are files available to cut them out by hand. But again, this is going to be available. Why am I putting the letter numbers down backwards? But this will only be available for a limited time. So if you want to get it, you need to go over there and grab it up now before it converts to patron only status. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't have access to things for December daily and would like to do it. So that's kind of why I created this for you to use. And I do have more coming, but this is just what I've had time to get together for you to at least get started. I mean, I plan on using something like this for my cover somehow. I don't know how, but something like that. I don't know. And then I plan on using these throughout in one way or another. So I just wanted to share that. I'll put the information in the description box below. Okay, back to the planning. I'm totally unprepared for this. Okay, so I pulled out some washi to kind of get me going. I think this goes good with the doll. But I really like this one. It could work too because of the colors in her packages. And I really don't like these washi tapes because these are those washis that you have to cut the backing or take the backing off. But it looks like this is the one we're going to be using. So let's just do it. Okay, so now let's put down some days of the week. So let's see what we have from. So we got more Fabulously Creative. We also have the jewel box in here. So even though this, I wouldn't use the whole kit, I can use those days of the week. And that's going to help us line up our columns even better. So I'm going to leave just a little space on the left edge. So I'm going to put this like a little bit from the edge. And then little bit from Tuesday. This is if you can't measure and you find that difficult to figure out the widths of the columns, use your date covers to determine the width of your column. And you should be good. So, and then I'm going to start with Saturday, because Saturday and Sunday are going to be split. There's no way around that with B6 size. You have to have a split weekend if you're trying to do full column spreads. So if you do horizontal, then Saturday and Sunday will have equal space if you design it that way. If you divide your paper into fours, and I've shown how to do that before, but we may do a spread like that during the month, then you can have equal space for every day of the week. I hope I'm putting these down straight. Okay, so half of this space, let's see. I just don't feel like guessing and counting dots, so I'm just gonna, I think it's like right here. Yeah. So the top of Sunday should go where that dot is. Okay. So with this way, I don't even have to run washi tape down for the columns. I can use the dots to keep me in my column, but because I have some really thin, pretty Christmas washi that will go with the Christmas washi, I'm going to run a few strips down. And I'm not even going to go all the way down. I think I'm going to leave space down there for washi or whatever other little goodies I want to put. Just trying to make sure I place it as straight as I can. And then let's clean this up. So we can put her back. Yeah, this is a little too big, so let's look and see if we can get away with one from the book. Let's try her. Okay, that works. Okay, let's get these shopping bags. Oh, and they're clear stickers. Okay, so I'm going to be using memory keeping dates and holidays. And I'm going to just use this shop for holiday gifts sticker. Go on and dive into these dates. I hope these will fit. Then I have Christmas stickers in here. Let's see. Let's use this lone bow. Let's use a couple of these boxes to get some red up at the top. We got red down at the bottom, but really no red up at the top other than the washi. And I think these will help tie, so maybe we won't need the gold boxes after all. Just already used the regular trash can, but I can use the recycle bin. Oh my goodness, I got my days wrong. Okay, we set this out on Thursday. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can switch these. When I was doing it, I was like, okay, let me put these down the right way, because I'm notorious for mixing them up. So let me pay attention. And I was probably talking when I did it. Oh, I'm gonna need some stuff to help me get these up. I wonder if I heat them up, will they come off? Ooh, it's hot. Yep. Okay. Just gotta pull them up while they're still hot. Let's cool down already. Okay, so now we know we can hit it with a heat gun a little bit with some heat and this should peel up. Okay. Then I'm gonna put the recycle right here because they picked that up on Friday. And I'm so glad I was able to save that. So let's see what word stickers we want to use. I really need to use my Piper Paper Company stickers, samplers. So Tuesday is laundry day for me. Clean the house on Thursdays. And I don't always put that down, but that's kind of the way that it is. I'm going to use this little calendar here to mark the start of December, if I can get it off. You got to use the shopping bag. Come on. It's shop till you drop, so put that right there. And if you shop Piper Paper Company, you can use my code Rachelle20 to save 20% off your order. And I'm going to put payday down. Let's use one of these planned next week. And then I'm going to use one of these YouTube binge for Friday. I'm not going to worry about the meal prep. I'm going to put down that grocery header for Friday. Because it'll be time for me to start ordering groceries again. And I like the way that divided that up. Oh, I got these glitter headers, so I can do a little bit more dividing. Let's see what we can do with this to help bring it all together. So I know this has kind of been a long video, but I really wanted to go ahead and get this plan with me done and share the other pages that I created, as well as the die cuts and the stickers and everything. So this is going to be our first day of December daily. I don't know that I'll do this every day. I may do multiple days at a time as I come up with what different things I plan to do. I will pop on and share a video with you, or share what I'm doing with you. So I think that's it for this week's plan with me for December daily. Should we go ahead and punch holes and put this in here? I'm nervous about punching holes. Always. Let's do it. So I'm going to use my template to punch the holes. And I just put my... So here. Ooh, see, making a mess. Here. Here. Make sure we're punching holes on the right part. So I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers crop. Is this a crocodile or is it an eyelet setter? It doesn't say what it's called on here, but I will link to it in the description box below. And let's line that up and punch. Ordinarily, I would just pop this on the rings. Why do I have washi tape stuck to me? So that's what I'm going to do. Open these up and put these in. And hopefully when I come to you in the next video, I will have punched and put whatever pages I plan to use in here. So there we have it. Our first week for December daily. This would look much better if I had actual pages in here, but we'll get to it. Okay, so that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little gray bell so that you'll receive notification each time I upload a new video. Be sure to check the community tab and my stories for updates throughout the week. Also, check us out over at patreon.com/Scrapcraftastic for exclusive content and digital downloads. Visit my other channel, Journal Life's Journey, for craft videos and junk journals. You can find me across social media at Scrapcraftastic. Visit my website and shop at scrapcraftastic.com. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.